Hi friends, today we are going to discuss the topic about bus structures. Before that, so far we have discussed the functions of individual parts of a computer. To form an operation system, these parts must be connected in some organized way. So we have different ways, but we consider the simplest and most common way. So, in order to achieve a reasonable speed of operation, a computer must be organized so that all its units can handle one full load of data at a given time. So, for achieving a reasonable speed of operation, we have to handle one word at a time, one full word at a time. Okay. So for that purpose we use bus. Nothing but a bus is a group of lines that serves a connecting path for several devices. Nothing but for in general, if you want to connect anything, we require some path. Okay, like wires, lines, whatever it is. So we required one path like that only. In order to connect all those devices, we required one path. That path is called as bus. Okay, a bus is maybe lines or wires. These lines contains data or address or control lines. Whatever it is, the lines contains data or address or control lines. So we have different different bus structures. Okay, in that first one is single bus structure and second one is multiple bus structure. First one, single bus structure. So by name itself it seems to be single bus structure. Here that means here we use just one line only for connecting the devices. Okay, see this, because the bus can be used for only one transfer at a time, only two units can actively use this bus at a given time. Nothing but here only two units only going to be activated, only one transfer is possible because here we using only single bus only. Okay, bus control lines are used to attribute multiple requests for use the bus. Okay, so here we using multi bus control units for maintaining multiple requests. Okay, so advantage of this bus structure, single bus structure is low cost as well as flexibility for attaching peripheral devices. So here we using single bus. Okay, that's why attaching become very easy and also very less cost. Okay, this is the single bus structure. See this, here we using okay, this is the single bus structure. Here we using single path, single line, and we are adding different peripheral devices. Okay, here it is possible only one transfer at a time, only two units are going to be activated. Okay, next coming to second one, multiple bus structures. In that the system contain multiple buses achieve more concurrency in operations. So it provides more concurrency when compared to single bus structure. So it supports multiple buses, nothing but multiple lines. Here we have two or more transfers can possible. Okay, see this, two or more transfers can be carried at the same time. In previously single bus structure, only one transfer only possible at a time. Here we it possible two or more transfers can be carried at the same time. Okay, advantage of this multiple bus structure is better performance when compared to single bus structure. This multiple bus structure gives better performance. And also main disadvantages here, we use multiple buses, that why automatically the cost is going to be increased. Okay, After that, the devices connected to a bus vary widely in their speed of operation. So here we connect a lot of devices to a bus. That's why the speed of operation is going to be changed. Okay, so in order to synchronize their operation speed, we use here buffer registers. Okay, buffer registers is used for storing purpose. Okay, nothing but here for single path or else for multiple paths we connect a lot of devices, so each for every devices the speed of operation is going to be different. Okay, for synchronizing their operational speed we use here buffer registers. Okay, then go for buffer registers. So in this buffer registers, these are included with the devices to hold the information during transfers. Nothing but it stores some information during transfers. Okay, why it stores the information, it holds the information is nothing but in order to reduce the blocking. So for example, if you send lot of information at a time, the data is going to be blocked. So for that purpose, just it hold the information during transfers. Okay, after that it prevents high speed processor from being locked to a slow input and output devices during data transfers. And also here if you send lot of information, high speed processor, because of high speed processor the data is going to be blocked, blocked or locked, whatever it is. So by using buffer transfers we prevent that problem. Okay, so let us take one example how to transfer a character from processor to printer. Okay, in that first the processor is going the processor sends the character over the bus to the print buffer. So here buffer register we use printer buffer. Okay, in that first we have to send a character to printer buffer. Once the buffer is loaded is nothing but once the buffer is accepted that character, the print starts printing without intervention by the processor. Without intervention is nothing but without the involvement of the processor. Why we called here without intervention by the processor means by using the processor at the time of the transfer, it uses high speed. For if we use high speed, the data is going to be blocked. That's why we don't use the processor here. First of all, whatever data we want to transfer, that whole data is going to be stored in print buffer. Okay, after the buffer is loaded, the printer starts printing. Okay, the bus and the processor are no longer needed, can be released for the other activity of nothing but after until this operation completed, this bus and processor is not show any activity to other operation. Okay, all this only for synchronization purpose only. Synchronization is nothing but the information is going to be executed or operated one by one. Okay, thus the buffer registers smooth out timing differences among processors, memory and input and output devices. Okay, because of using printer buffer, one by one whatever the character we have to send in print buffer, that data one by one is transferred. Okay, this is the example how we can transfer the character from processor to printer. Okay, this is the bus structures. Okay.